What's good, fam? And welcome back to Enjoy the Journey. I am your host, Devontae Lamont, and today I have with me the J activist, creator, artist, and rapper himself who is making moves all across the city of Atlanta. Is in the building. What's good?
What's good? How you feeling?
I am good. Thank you for being here.
Man, I'm happy to be here. I'm loving it.
This is so incredible. So I am excited to have you here because I have been watching you on social media. You never know who's watching. You never know who's watching.
That's a very true statement.
But I have been watching you on social media, and I have just been amazed with all the different things that you're doing musically, all the different projects you're working on. Like, you stay on the scene, and I love that for you. So
Appreciate it.
tell me about, how did you become a rapper? How did you get into artistry?
So I would say I really started writing in middle school. So it was two things. So like I grew up in like a real I grew up in two households. My parents was divorced and everything like that. So like the main household I grew up in was my mom's, and it was very like Christian, very like strict. So it was like I couldn't really like talk how I wanted to. So whenever I'll go to my dad's house, then it was like I can kind of speak a little more freely in a sense. So that's when I started like writing. I remember I ordered like my first studio equipment for like $50 on Amazon.
Oh.
And then like on top of that, like just writing and everything, it was somebody at my middle school, and he made music. He was like the only one making music in middle school at the time. So it was like everybody was just overly hyped about what he was doing, and I was like, I feel like I can do better than that. Like I feel like I can if I really like tried. So I would say the competitive spirit, and then me also just knowing that I could use it as an outlet. That's kind of how I got like started, like recording myself and everything. Then by the time I got to high school, I'm putting out songs and everything, but nobody really like stunting me for real, because like everybody just making like more so like drill type of music, and if you're not making that, they categorize you as lyrical. So I'm like, I'm not really saying anything that crazy, like, but I mean, if y'all like it, I love it. But I really started getting noise in high school, really when I started making diss tracks. So I'm making diss tracks on people, but mostly rival schools. And when I did that, it was a thing of like, I'm strategically, if I'm gonna do it on a rival school, I'm gonna make sure it's clean, so that way, like, just in case it ended up being my senior year, they heard the song last year, the administrators from the school, and it was like, we want to use it for the homecoming game. So I was like, how y'all know I made that song? So I was like, I mean, I'll make a new one, because like it don't take me no time to make a song. So like they ain't know I was like that. So I came back with a new one, came back with a better hook. I ran for homecoming court. I was on the football field at halftime. They called my name winning homecoming king right after they played my song. So I was just like, this is cherry on top. Yeah,
oh my God. So you've been writing for years, even at your age. That's crazy. So I was actually, because I never bring an artist if I don't listen to your music, but I was listening to You Knew What This Was. I like that song. And I was listening to I Like You But. And the thing about you is, just in your music, you have such a different sound. And the thing is, you're from Atlanta, but you have an Atlanta sound, but your music doesn't sound like everybody else's. What is it about your music, or what is so special about you as an artist that you are clearly an Atlanta rapper, but it's still a difference in the typical Atlanta sound we hear?
I say it comes down to influence, because my dad from a whole nother country. He from St. Kitts and Nevis, is in the Caribbean.
Wow.
So like when I was growing up, like most of the time I'm hearing reggae music or R&B, and then my mom, she grew up in the South, so she listening to like, Tony Braxton, Beyonce, Usher, and stuff like that. I didn't get into rap till middle school. I really didn't care for rap. Like rap didn't really like, it didn't excite me or anything like that. It wasn't until like midway through high school where I was just like, now I'm really starting to actually nah, it was before that. It was like middle school. Cole got me into rap, like listening to J. Cole. Like I think my dad had played a J. Cole song. I'm like, this smooth, this don't sound like 90s rap, because like not to do a hot take, but like I don't really like 90s rap like that. Like it's cool, and I respect the art form, but I just feel like it's evolved, and I feel like Cole had that like that 90s feel, but it still felt modern in a sense. So it's like that's what got me into it. And then like as I got older, I really just expanded my taste when it comes to rap. Like now I like pretty much all type of rap. Like
wow. So you think that the makeup of the genre, the style is because you've been around different types of music?
yeah,
That's amazing.
definitely.
That is so amazing. I think that makes our music more meaningful when we've had more musical experience. I actually studied music education in college. And so when I was in music ed, we were forced to listen to every style of music from classical to gospel to rap to jazz to everything. But I can say, even as an artist on my end, that helped me in everything that I did.
Yeah.
So I love that for you.
Appreciate
You
it.
just reached 100K on Apple Music. Insert the screen. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
So what does it feel like that you have now reached 100K on Apple Music? It's really hard to get to 100K on Apple Music.
Man, oh man, because it's like you don't got no playlisting. You don't got like.
Listen, I'm on Apple Music and I don't think I've reached 100K. So how does that feel?
So I started, believe it or not, last year. Like at the top of the year, I had about 48,000 or something like that. Like I literally doubled last year, and I really while everybody was doing like New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, I was doing a lot of reflection. I'm like, why did this happen the way it happened, and what can I learn from this in a sense? So the biggest thing was like just studying the data and studying what people respond to and studying like what did I do to make people care in a sense. So I used to always look at my numbers, like even back in 2023, like my music was mostly catered to male, to like a male audience, but like I always had a more female audience on social media. So like the streaming numbers was like 80% guys. Social media was like 70% women. So I'm like, well, it's not making sense. Why are the women not in the streams, or why are the guys not on social media? Now I kind of like came to the conclusion that like my audience is really like pretty split, but now like that I'm making more records for my female audience, now it's translating to the streams. So like the women doubled my streams.
Yeah.
Like
always cater to your audience.
Literally.
It changes the game. That's just a no for anybody. Always cater to your audience. Literally. It changes everything. I could go so deep into that. But that's amazing that you were able to make that distinction. Like, okay, because people don't look at logistics and analytics and things like that. Right. But if you are able to look at that, it will help you know which way to go as a creative.
Absolutely.
I love that. So you've traveled. You've done so many things that I don't even know if people know. So you headlined KSU's homecoming showcase.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So tell me about that experience, like when you were the headliner there.
So basically back in 2021, I started this organization at Kennesaw called NSEG. So you know how like the college sports got the NCAA?
Yeah.
So NSEG is like the NCAA, but for music.
Wow.
It's almost like a talent agency on campus.
Oh, that's dope.
So it's like, it started off at Georgia State. So like back in 2021, when I was a freshman, I was going to Georgia State every week, learning how to start a chapter and how to like get everything running. It's like a campus record label in a sense. You got to have an A&R department, audio department, and we kind of just work together to be entertainment on campus. So like literally over the course of 4 years, finding new presidents, and as everything grown, now at Kennesaw, they doing 300, 400 RSVPs for big events within a day, in a sense. Like, they got to, like, cut back on promoting sometimes because it's like, it could get shut down if it get too hectic. So it's like, when it came to that, to the homecoming showcase, we didn't, I don't think that time we went and got a big artist in a sense. So, like, the president of the shop there was just like, nah, you headlining. So I was like, all right, bet. So,
wow. I mean, but from that, and then fast forward, wait a minute, because I'm telling you, I got some good stuff for you today.
Hold on.
So even with that, you also, I believe you opened up for Dre TL, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dre TL is an amazing rapper. If you've never heard of Dre TL, he's from, what's the show, Netflix?
Rhythm and Flow.
Rhythm and Flow. Rhythm and Flow. First off, I love the show. I want to go on that show. Have you thought about going on Rhythm and Flow?
I auditioned for it.
You did?
I auditioned for the season that just came out.
Oh wow! Was I just not supposed to share that?
No, you good.
Oh, but you didn't make it.
No, I didn't make it.
They lost.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, but that's crazy.
That was a whole experience in itself.
Okay, so what was your so I have a twofold question. Tell me about your experience in working with Dre TL, who it was actually the winner of the last season of Netflix's Rhythm and Flow. And tell me about your audition experience for Rhythm and Flow.
Okay, so funny story. So you remember the organization I told you about, NSAID?
Yes.
Me and Dre met in NSAID back in like 2022.
Wow.
So when we found out about the show, we got reached out at the same time by different people, but it's almost like a pyramid of people. It's like the cast, the producer, and then they got all these people doing outreach.
Right.
So we didn't know it was the same thing until like, I want to say a couple weeks before. We was like, oh, this got to be the show in a sense. So yeah, like once we both found out, we were just like, one of us got to take it home for Atlanta, and one of us did. So we won in a sense.
Congratulations to him. We won. I love that you said that we won. But I think that's a powerful mindset to have, because a lot of times artists have this thing where I can't work with you because I got to be in competition with you.
Yeah.
So do you still experience that in the industry where there are people that are like not collaborative but more competitive?
I feel like it's a balance.
Yeah.
Like, cause me, I'm naturally competitive. Like, I'm competitive in the most smallest ways, but it doesn't mean that like I don't admire the people around me, or like I'm not learning from the people around me in a sense. It's more so of like a me thing of like, it pushes me to go harder in a sense. Like knowing that, oh, you on your shit, let me get on mine. Like in a sense. So it's like, it's really just one of them things. So even when things didn't go as planned with Rhythm and Flow, I was devastated in the moment, but as things unfolded and went on, next round, I'm like, oh, that's out the window. We good. We won. Atlanta won. That's all that matters.
Atlanta won. That's all that matters. That's so dope. So where are you musically right now? Like as an artist, as J activist, as we know him, like where are you, or what is it that you're hoping to accomplish through your artistry?
So I really just want to perfect storytelling. Like storytelling is something that us as humans have been doing since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
People respond to storytelling. So like, I'm really just focused on storytelling, rather it's in my music, rather it's through my marketing, rather it's through any like means. I just want to make sure like my biggest emphasis is storytelling. So like, even like the projects I dropped last year, you know what this was, like it's a whole like theme. So basically, I dropped a little like 3-pack called I Like You But You Knew What This Was. And then it leads to the next project, which drops later this year, which is called We're Just Friends. So it's a full sentence.
Wow.
So it's like I'm telling the story of being young in college and dealing, like chasing your dreams, also while being in school, also while dealing with temptations of people around you, like just dealing with life in a sense. So it's like, you knew what this was. It's just like that catered to like, okay, these are the situations where I've been in, and I had to like tell Shawty like, I know you might be mad,
right?
But like at the end of the day, you knew what this was. Like,
oh wait, so these are these are written. These are stories.
Yeah, these are all stories.
Oh, I just thought you picked up the pen and was like, "Cause listen, I don't know how you're doing it, but you know how to make a story bounce."
Yeah, like, cause once I figured out in my artistry that all I need to do is literally just talk about my life.
Yeah.
It became 10 times easier.
Wow.
Like I don't gotta like overly overthink anything. Like it's literally just like, this happened. This situation happened, a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
I might not write it down to the detail, but this is inspiration that I can source out and tell a story through, because it's like, we all going through the same thing.
We are really, you know what? I was actually talking with somebody about that yesterday. I think a lot of times we tend to, as just people in general, to look at other people and kind of compare or whatever. But the end of the conversation got to is like, we are all going through the same thing. If you think about it, if I were to tell you my story, if you were to tell me all of your story, it may played out in different ways, but ultimately it's the same thing. We all experience lack. We all experience, issues in family and friendship and finances. We all are struggling. We all are dealing with the same stuff. We're all one and we're all connected. So I love that you have that mindset that, we're connected. Even I keep going back to when you said we won. That is a powerful statement and such a humbling statement to me. But let's get more into you, because you're doing the thing. You've released 6 music videos. Tell me, what is the process for you when you make your music videos?
So as of recently, it's became a very smooth, simple process. Like, now I like to let everybody play to their strengths. So it's like, if I have an idea, I'll give it to my creative director. She builds out the idea. Then we have the built out idea through like a mood board or however you want to put it. We give that to the videographer. We schedule all the dates, we schedule call times, we schedule models, and then we just get it knocked out. Like, it's real smooth. Like, it used to kind of be like, I'm kind of trying to figure out what works and what don't work, but also like just being on different sets, being a part of other people's music videos, like really kind of just gave me like the game of how this goes in a sense.
Yeah.
So,
Can I tell you something? Your music videos are probably some of the best that I've seen in music videos.
Oh, shoot.
Like, no, seriously, I loved everything is very professional. Everything is I love they say you're a storyteller, because when I'm listening to you, I just feel a strong message. I feel like I'm just sitting receiving a message. And so even when I watched you watch your music videos, it just, I don't know. I think it has to do with the artist. It's maybe the way you communicate it, or you communicate your art to the community. So what is the story that you want people to leave with after they hear J Activist? Like, what do you want people to leave with after they experience you?
I kind of take it back to making sure like my art mirrors who I am as a person. So like, as I am as a person, I'm naturally very like charismatic. Like, a lot of times the life of the party, I'm always smiling. I wake up happy. Like, every day is a good day. The next day about to be better than the next day. It just keeps getting better and better. So it's just like, I try to make sure after people hear my music, they hear the stories and everything like that. Like, I'm not that much different from anybody else. Like, it's almost like how my name is broken down, J Activist. J is like, we all know a J. We got a cousin named J. We got a partner named J. J always just like the cool partner, the cool homeboy in a sense.
Yeah.
And then the activist is like, we're the below the surface. It's like, okay, these might be the issues I'm going through. This might be the real life stuff I'm going through. This might be the something I got to stand on, like just different things like that. So I would say that's kind of how all that comes together. Like, that's how I want people to interpret it.
So powerful. Dude, you at thebomb.com. I mean, what don't you do? Oh, okay. This is a question for me. What was the moment you almost quit, and why didn't you?
Oh, that's a great one. I was just talking about this the other day. So like, I grew up on the South Side, so like, it wasn't really until right before college or like in college, outside of when I was a kid, my dad took me to the underground, went to field trips to the aquarium and stuff like that. But it wasn't until like I got on the music scene and really until like 2021, like when I first got to college. So like, Atlanta is known for scamming, and especially when it comes to these showcases.
Oh yes.
I didn't know back then at 18, fresh out of high school, I didn't know no better. So like, I'm paying $300 to perform. I'm doing all these showcases, and they promising you go on tour. These A&Rs from these record labels gonna be here. All of it's some bullshit.
Bull crap. And I've seen it, and I didn't think it was a real thing, Jay. But I mean, I had one reach out to me. Yeah, like, it's a thing.
Yeah, like, they real life scamming, and I'm just like, so one of them like actually made me quit. Like, it was I had paid $300 to perform. Basically the people that got like top 3, one of them, he was actually cool. Like, he was smooth. He had a good flow, everything. Rest of them, they was just dancing. I thought this was a rap showcase. I thought we were rapping. Like, they all like, so it was that, and then it's just like the sound system. Well, of course, the sound systems in the lounges and stuff like that ain't gonna be up to par. But it was just a combination of things that just made me just sit down and just be like, dang, like, do I even really want to do this? Like, I'm done. Like, I quit. Yeah. I had just started college. I'm like, I'm done rapping. Like, I'm completely done. And then like, literally as time went by, I just kept feeling like I needed to redeem myself. I got to redeem myself. I got to redeem myself. Then my brother and my cousin kept telling me go to this lounge called Apache, and they do like open mics and stuff. At the time, I had never been to an open mic. I had just done straight showcases and stuff like that. So when I went to the open mic, I seen niggas doing poetry in Atlanta. I'm like, niggas in Atlanta do poetry? I'm like, I didn't even know that was folks were doing.
It's a big community, by the way. We've had like 3 or 4 poets on Enjoy the Journey. I didn't realize that it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge thing in Atlanta.
I'm thinking it's just straight trap music, because that's all I was exposed to prior to that. So like, I'm seeing poetry in there, I'm seeing folks singing. I was like the only rapper in that open mic, and I ended up winning. Wow. And it was like I want to say it was like $100 Visa gift card or something like that for whoever won. So at that point, like, I started to get my confidence back. I did a talent show on campus. That was my first time really performing on campus. At that point, like, now I figured out how to turn myself into a campus celebrity at that point. Like, I did a real simple, easy to learn song. Literally by the second time I did the hook, I couldn't even hear myself because everybody was singing so loud. Like, it was...
It's a hit. It's a hit.
I'm like, and mind you, it was probably 2 people in there that had ever heard the song before.
Wow.
But like, one of the things I took pride on was like, that's why I'm like, me finding out about NSYNC was just like so perfect, because it's like they got the same ideologies I got. Yeah. Like, in the sense of like, if I walk in a room, I walk on a stage and nobody know who I am, by the time I leave, I need to convert at least 50% of the room. Like, I need to convert at least 50% of the room need to be like following me, fans of me, and the other 50% need to at least know who I am, know my name. So anytime my name come, I don't follow him, but I did see him over there in a sense. So it was just like, once NSYNC came with that artist development, it took me a whole summer to make it through a 5-minute set. Wow. By that point, it was just like, okay, now I'm really figuring this out in a sense.
That is freaking incredible. Oh my God. So, this is a good one. Which song of yours best represents where you are right now in life, and why? What song?
Where I'm at right now in life.
You might be about to write one.
Dang. I guess out of something that's released, I would have to go, I either have to go Some M's or Tonight. Some M's was on the project. Actually, they're both on the project You Knew What This Was. Some M's is really just the affirmation of like, I gotta go get it in a sense. And then Tonight is like that, cause it kind of goes like, will I see you at the crib tonight? Will I see you at the, like, it's like that, not a Sneaky Link song, but it's like that late night, like R&B trap soul type of record. So it's just like, I would say between those 2 records.
I love it. So you told me that you was gonna perform for us. So we got a couple minutes. We're gonna do that. But I do want to acknowledge something. You performed in Detroit on the Detroit Diamond set. Yeah. So tell me about that experience.
I ain't gonna lie, like, that was just, it was refreshing to get to go to another city and do a show like at an actual concert like venue, like an actual show, like not like a showcase. Cause like I've done shows in like, let's say like Austin, Texas or whatever, and it's kind of like on some showcase vibes, but like that was like an actual show. Yeah. So it's just like seeing the love like in another city was just different. Like, I'm talking about like folks coming up to me like, let's take a picture, like, I listen to your music every day now. Like, it's just, it's a different type of love in different cities for whatever reason.
Wow. It really is, but it goes back to you as a young artist. Like, you're making moves, you're making strides, and you're visible. It's like now people are like, who is Jay? Like, your name is ringing around, and I want to let you know that you are doing a great job.
Appreciate
so normally how I end the show is I'll tell people, look at that camera and tell the audience something to encourage them. But to close this show out, I want you to look at that camera and spit whatever rhyme you got for us.
All right, bet.
All right.
An onion with this shit, just watch the layers peel. My life, I never had to make it real. That's what it was. I'm trying to make you feel. Every last emotion to the age of 20. Different set of stresses when it came to money. Always fooled around, but I am not a dummy. Yeah, I snatched the crown, they ain't gonna take it from me. Niggas know my body, ain't shit about it funny. If this shit don't resonate with you, then you don't gotta love me. You don't gotta follow on my journey. You don't gotta bump me. Making room for those that see the vision. I don't lack ambition. Back at Georgia State with Taylor Nixon, I was on a mission. 75 South, this shit was written. No coincidences, it just happened perfect. Don't know how to word it, I was meant to get it. Meant to change the world so those who get it, get it. Had to make my own lane in this game, so I said fuck a critic. Had to make my own lane since a kid, it just don't feel that different. Hold on. That's it.
Bro, you are so cold.
Appreciate
Yo, if I ever record again, I need to feature you on something. All right.
Let's do it.
Bro, this was phenomenal. Yo, thank you for coming on the show today.
Appreciate
this
it.
was a phenomenal show, man.
Appreciate it.
Yo, we just talk with J activists here and enjoy the journey. And oh my God. This was amazing. Make sure you follow him on all social media. Please make sure that you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Until next time, peace out.
Appreciate y'all.
Woo!